summit in Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a strong warning to tech giants like Google and Microsoft, urging them to stop hiring in countries like India and China and prioritize American citizens for jobs. He accused major firms of exploiting U.S. freedoms while outsourcing labor and profits abroad. Trump unveiled 3 new executive orders aimed at reshaping the AI landscape. The centerpiece, titled "Winning the Race," focuses on expanding U.S.-based AI infrastructure and easing domestic regulations. Another order mandates political neutrality in AI systems funded by the government, with Trump declaring that they will be getting rid of woke. He also proposed boosting the global reach of American-made AI while cutting foreign dependency. Now we're joined for this discussion by Raymond Vickery. He's a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce, joining us live from Washington, D.C. Thank you, Raymond, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, President Trump's warning to tech giants like Google and Microsoft to prioritize American workers. So how do you think this America First approach will impact the global AI industry?
Well, thanks very much for having me. I think that you have to look at the broader picture here first, and that is that President Trump is bent on destroying the multilateral trade and economic system that we've had in place since World War II. First with the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, and then with the World Trade Organization, and moving on to all multilateral institutions of the United Nations. And his view is one of Fortress America, that we don't need anybody else, we can go it alone, that only thing that is important is what happens in a particular transaction. This is the real estate developers' approach. There are winners and losers, and we have to be the winner. This is antithetical to the cooperative approach, which has promoted peace and prosperity around the world since World War II. And it doesn't stop with hiring by Google and Microsoft. The next step, of course, will be H-1B visas, and really shutting off the kind of flow of services which we have had. President Trump has already taken on the good side of the equation with his many tariffs, and now he's moving quite logically in his own mind, but disastrously, I believe, to services. The answer here is for great democracies, whether they be in India or Western Europe, Japan, Australia, to band together to resist this kind of my way or the highway transactional approach, and try to restore some sense of cooperation rather than the transactional approach which is Donald Trump's. It remains to be seen if this can be done. The immediate reaction, of course, is in most cases is, well, if America First is the rule in the United States, it'll be India first here or Japan first, and the system which we've had will be very, very much weakened. So this is a part and parcel of the Donald J. Trump approach to international affairs, and it is time for others to try to fill the vacuum which he has created.
And Raymond, now looking at this impact of this, what are the potential long-term consequences for international collaborations in technology development?
Well, I think they're disastrous. The United States has led in innovation because it has been able to work with the best and the brightest in terms of innovation, whether it be AI or other technical areas, by tapping into this great brain power. And if what you do is just cut it off and say, again, Fortress America economically and security, wise, the whole thrust toward economic development will be slowed, it will be hampered, and it will have very, very harmful effects to people, average men and women around the world, if this is allowed to continue. So there has to be pushback. There cannot be the complacency to say, oh, well, I'll just keep my head down and I won't worry about the underlying values which are important here. That isn't going to work because Donald J. Trump has in mind a imperialistic, really authoritarian model that he is trying to thrust upon the United States and the world. And it is up to nations of goodwill, democracies around the world, to be able to defend democratic values, values that have to do with individualism, have to do with the ability to have freer trade, which has served us so well for the past 80 years.
Yes, indeed. Always good to hear from you, Raymond Vickery. That was Raymond Vickery, former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce. Well, that's all we have time for.